Right now at 5, an outreach team is supporting the unhoused population at La Crosse's Houska Park.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski. La Crosse's unhoused population has less than 30 days to vacate Houska Park. City officials posted an eviction notice yesterday. All people currently staying in the park need to be out by March 15th so city staff can clean and restore the property. This is not the first time Houska Park has closed. The park closed as a campground back on October 31st, but the city did not forcibly remove any individuals or charge anyone with trespassing. Brian Sampson, the Homeless Services Coordinator, says forceful removal of people from Houska Park is the last resort. If there are any individuals staying in the park after March 15th, La Crosse's outreach team will offer support.
We're trying to help connect them to services and places that would help them be safer and in more appropriate places, and so that's really the best that we can do.
And as of now, the city plans to restore Houska back to a park. Town of Campbell police are still asking for the public's help in locating a runaway teenager. 15-year-old Jaden Halverson was reported missing January 22nd. Police confirmed that Halverson contacted a family member a week before saying she was okay but did not plan on returning home. Police say Halverson is 5'6" with red hair, a pierced eyebrow, nose piercings, and knuckle tattoos. If you have any information, Campbell police ask that you call them at the number on your screen. A heads up to voters in La Crosse, today was the last day to request an absentee ballot by mail. An in-person absentee voting at La Crosse's City Hall is open Friday by appointment only from 8 to 5. You can call the clerk's office at the number right there on your screen to ask about an appointment. Remember to bring your photo ID. If you're not voting early, Election Day for the spring primary is next Tuesday, February 21st. Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers is in Viroqua today touting his plan to provide better paid family and medical leave for Wisconsin's workforce. Evers' budget plan released last night would provide private and public sector workers 12 weeks of paid leave starting New Year's Day 2025. The governor today met with owners of Wonder State Coffee in Viroqua, along with 96th District Assemblyman Lauren Oldenburg and State Senator Brad Pfaff. Wonder State Coffee reps told Evers healthcare costs continue to go up every year for business owners, making it difficult to provide benefits that they value to their employees. Evers says investing in competitive paid leave and helping to lower child care costs will help businesses grow and retain their workforce.
I think that's business, because it affects employees and working to be able to grow business. So I believe we'll be, able to come to some agreements with that.
You heard the stories that they wouldn't be able to go to work if they don't have child care. And in a small town in Wisconsin, that's an issue.
Senate Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu said after last night's budget address that Wisconsin's family and medical leave is already competitive, and it's, quote, doubtful at this point that Republicans would support Evers' plan. Local advocates are speaking up about La Crosse's public transportation. The Committee for Citizens with Disabilities want to make sidewalks more accessible during the winter months. A board member says snow can make the day-to-day lives of people with physical disabilities a lot harder, especially when sidewalks aren't clear. Members are mapping out snow emergency sidewalk routes. Specific routes during snow emergencies would fulfill a need that board members say the city has not been able to meet.
We need a plan because what's in place now isn't working. Our city needs to be aware of and also needs to have the facilities clear so that people with disabilities can get where they need to go.
The committee also discussed concerns of snow removal. If you live on a property that has a sidewalk ramp, be sure to clear it to make it accessible for all pedestrians when that snow's on the ground. Time to switch it up and talk some weather with meteorologist Eric Dean.
Good evening, Ken. Good evening, everybody. Hey, we were only in the 20s today, substantially cooler as compared to yesterday. Matter of fact, we were at 27 throughout the majority of the afternoon hours. Right now, we're sitting at 24 degrees. We have cloudy skies out there with the wind out of the north-northwest at 17 miles per hour and gusts as high as 23. This is the number you want to dress for. 11. That's our feels like temperature out there. Humidity is sitting at 57%. So you can see across the area, made it to 27. That was our high after a morning start of 22. 33 and 14 is where we should be for this time of year. Other temperatures across the area, Boscobel made it to 31. Otherwise, everybody else in the News 8 viewing area Yeah, we were in the 20s. Now, the radar scan showing a little bit of precip over towards Juneau and Adams County, as well as portions of Richland and Crawford County. A lot of this is not falling and hitting the ground. A lot of it's being picked up in the upper levels of the atmosphere, so don't let the radar scan fool you there. So we are going to clear out. We are going to warm up as we go into the weekend. The question is, how warm will we go? I'll have the answer in the first warm forecast in a few minutes. Over to you.
All right, Eric, thanks very much. Back on the news side of things, there has been another mass shooting, this time in the food court of a mall in El Paso, Texas. One person is dead and 3 wounded victims are in local hospitals. 2 suspects are in custody. Lilia Luciano has more.
This was the chaotic scene inside the Cielo Vista Mall.
I was scared. I was in fear of my life.
After gunfire broke out in the food court shortly after 5 p.m. Wednesday night.
Well, we heard the 2 kids arguing, and one of the kids looked at the other one and just said that he was going to kill him, and that's when he pulled out a gun.
We were about to leave, and that's when we heard the 3 shots go off, and I peered out and I saw the barrel of a gun.
Witnesses say those inside the mall immediately ran for cover.
And we heard the shots go off, and then we got up and everybody started running to the bathroom. It was maybe like 30 or 50 of us in that bathroom.
They just shot somebody.
Police confirmed 1 person was killed. 3 others are hospitalized, with 2 of them in critical condition. Authorities say there were 3 off-duty officers in the mall at the time of the shooting, and 1 of them arrived at the food court within minutes.
That officer immediately took 1 individual into custody.
Police confirmed they later arrested a 2nd suspect.
We have 2 in custody. There is no more danger to the public.
Just across the parking lot, shoppers inside this Walmart evacuated once they were alerted of the shooting. It's the same building where 23 people were killed in a racist attack in 2019.
I feel kind of sad about the moment right now. This is already the 2nd time that this happened.
Lilia Luciano, CBS News.
And the local FBI office is assisting local police in the investigation. Michigan State University police have released more information about Monday's campus shooting. The shooter, 43-year-old Anthony McRae, used 2 unregistered handguns during the attack. McRae died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound during a confrontation with police during the attack. Michigan State University will resume classes next week, but many are scared to return to campus. A student-led petition to hold classes online now has nearly 15,000 signatures from people across the globe. MSU's interim president says the university is open to providing as much flexibility as possible. There are new details on that toxic train derailment in eastern Ohio where fear and outrage is growing. Employees at Norfolk Southern say they had expressed concerns about the train that crashed, suggesting it could be too long and heavy. Employees say it had at least 1 breakdown on its route before it derailed. Now the town's mayor is asking the company to fix things.
They screwed up our town, they're going to fix it. If they don't, I'll be the first one calling all you back to do this all over again.
Norfolk Southern officials did not come to the meeting, citing safety concerns for employees. At least 2 lawsuits have been filed against Norfolk Southern over the train derailment. Still to come this evening, the special grand jury report on former President Donald Trump. A Georgia district attorney may be looking at charges after a 7-month-long investigation.
During the President's Day sale at Home Furniture, everything is on sale. This table and stools are now just $4.99 and get 6-year special financing with no money down and no minimum purchase, plus free shipping. The President's Day sale, now at Home Furniture.
Master Force Boost 20-volt cordless power tools. The latest in heavy-duty innovation, where tool and battery intelligently sync for maximum power and performance. Brushless motors deliver up to 10 times longer life and 50% more runtime. More torque to drill through the toughest jobs. More speed to make short work of the project at hand.
Brace the savings with this 20-volt impact driver kit. Only $79.99 exclusively at Menards.
Oh, that's full service. Pull in there, Michelle. Oh, yeah, okay.
Fill her up?
With the good stuff.
You got it.
Oh, and can you check the oil too, please?
Sure. That car has no oil.
It's Sleepy Hollow. We are your full-service dealership.
Yeah, I joke, my ears were her Valentine's gift a year ago. So something I had been thinking about, and so Valentine's Day was coming around, and I had spoke to Tom a couple times, but never made anything definite, and so I just kind of made the definite plan and made it happen, and glad I did. Wish I would have done it 20 years ago.
Yeah, he can actually participate in conversations now and not just shaking his head.
Better hearing is a better life.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you.
So it's crispy outside, flaky inside.
Let us take care of you. With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
During the President's Day sale at Home Sleep Express, get up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets with free delivery, free setup, and a free $300 shopping cart. Plus, get 5-year interest-free financing. The Tempur-Pedic President's Day sale at Home Sleep Express.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
The nation is finally getting some information from a report after a 7-month investigation into former President Donald Trump and his allies' efforts to overturn the results of the 2020 election. Nicole D'Antonio reports from the White House.
On Thursday, Fulton County Superior Court Judge Robert McBurney in Georgia released part of a grand jury report. It focuses on efforts by former President Trump and his allies to overturn Georgia's 2020 election results.
Judges will release portions of reports all the time. What, of course, is not typical is the specifics of what this report is about.
The investigation was first sparked by an hour-long phone call in January 2021. During that conversation, Trump asked Georgia Secretary of State, Republican Brad Raffensperger, to find the votes he needed to win Georgia.
Look, Brad, I have to find 12,000 votes, and I have them.
The report, determined by a unanimous vote, found there was no widespread fraud that could have overturned the presidential election. The report added that the majority of the grand jury believes perjury may have been committed by one or more witnesses called to testify. The Georgia Secretary of State and longtime Trump attorney Rudy Giuliani were among 75 witnesses who testified before the grand jury during the 7-month-long investigation. Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis is still considering whether she will seek indictment.
We just don't have, frankly, that juicy part that we want, which is what about recommendations for other people other than perjury?
The district attorney could be looking at a variety of charges, potentially even for former President Trump, who has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing.
The rest of the report isn't supposed to come out until charges are filed. So there's no indication really when we're going to learn any of the rest of that. It's really in the district attorney's hands at this point.
Another regular grand jury would be asked to issue indictments in the coming weeks or months if District Attorney Willis decides to proceed. Nicole D'Antonio, CBS News, the White House.
Media organizations, including CBS News, pushed for more disclosure. The Fulton County District Attorney had opposed a release of the final report, arguing it could compromise the ongoing investigation. Still ahead, a huge helping hand for big brothers and big sisters. The La Crosse Community Foundation's recent donation may help 100 little brothers and sisters find their big.
And in the world of weather, we're seeing temperatures in the teens and 20s at this hour. Some places seeing that feels like temperature in the single digits. Now, we will warm up just a little bit. The question is, how warm will we go? I'll have the answer in the First Warn forecast on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
In the Northland, the future belongs to everyone. So we created the all-time best-selling SUV for everyone, Ford Explorer. With an available 3-liter EcoBoost V6 engine that delivers 400 horsepower in one stylish package. Because the SUV of the future is made for the Northland. Ford Explorer. Drive one today. Now get 0% financing for 36 months on Ford Explorer, Edge, and Escape. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here and ready to help. Anyone in Wisconsin can call, text, or chat to get connected to a trained 988 counselor. Trained counselors are here to support anyone experiencing a suicidal, mental health, or substance use crisis. You can also contact 988 if you're concerned about someone. 988 is confidential and free to all Wisconsin residents. 988 24/7. Call, text, chat. Here to support you.
Welcome to Westville. Welcome to huge selection and savings. We are celebrating President's Day all month long. Take up to 5 years to pay interest-free. Need new appliances? Take 2 years to pay. Countertops? Take 3 years to pay. An adjustable base bed? Take 5 years to pay. Wesco One Sparta, where white glove delivery and setup are always free. Tell them Peyton sent you.
Dad always said I was special, that I would do something big someday. But for a while, we were just worried about getting to tomorrow. At UW Health, we found the team that made it their mission. Not just to get me through the day, but to give me a new life and a new kidney. Now, my future is infinite. UW Health. Remarkable.
PB and J? PB before we go. P before we go. P before we go.
See you tomorrow?
Yeah.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
The journey to get 60 bigs in 60 days continues for the Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Seven Rivers region, but they just got a huge helping hand from the La Crosse Community Foundation. EBBS today. That money spread over the next 3 years will help cover operational costs for the nonprofit. This helps the organization focus on recruiting for the more than 100 kids waiting to be matched with a big.
A lot of it will help pay for our staff's salary, who are the driving force behind this. Obviously, we wouldn't be able to do any of this work if we didn't have the great staff that we have right now with Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Success getting people signed up during the 60 Bigs in 60 Days campaign, but they still need help reaching their goal. If you'd like to sign up to be a big and be matched with a local kid in need, you can fill out a form on the organization's website. We have posted a link on news8000.com. All right, about that time to talk some chillier temps these days with meteorologist Eric Dean.
That's right. I tell you what, we were in the 20s today. We'll be in the upper 20s, low 30s tomorrow, and then a brief cameo of 40s for the weekend. Let me emphasize the term brief. Brief. Outside right now, yeah, it is chilly no matter how you slice and dice it. We're at 24 degrees. We have clear skies out there. Feels like 11 out there. Humidity is sitting at 57%. We have winds. They're picking up. They're out of the north-northwest at 17 miles per hour. We are seeing gusts as high as 23 miles per hour. In Eau Claire, you guys have sunny skies. 20 degrees is your current temperature, and with winds out of the north-northeast at 8 miles per hour, it feels like 10 degrees. Other temperatures across the area in the teens and 20s. There's at 20 in Eau Claire, 18 is the temperature in Ladysmith, 24 Black River Falls, 24 in Sparta, 24 in La Crosse, 23 in Viroqua. Boscobel, good evening to you guys. You're sitting at 28 degrees. But you factor in that wind, and it's a different story. Feels like 5 in Ladysmith, 10 in Eau Claire, 16 Winona, 6 in Decorah, 3 in Preston, 11 in Viroqua, 15 over towards Volk Field. So your evening planner will see temperatures staying in the 20s till we get to about the 11 o'clock time frame. We'll see a temperature right around 19 degrees. Winds will be out of the north to northwest between 10 to 15 miles per hour. In terms of that feels like temperature, oh yeah, it's going to stay in the single digits as we go into the 9 o'clock time frame, going to about the 1 o'clock time frame. Our feels like temperature will be a chilly 5 degrees. So we had a low pressure system push its way through earlier. It stayed to the south and east of us. We didn't see much in terms of accumulation. All of that was over towards the Madison area, portions of Illinois. So we lucked out if you're not a big fan of snow. So that low pressure system is pushing its way off towards the east. High pressure is going to regain control. We'll be on the leading edge of this for tomorrow, which will keep the temperatures in the upper 20s to low 30s. It's when we get into the weekend that the high pressure system pushes through. We'll see the southerly wind. And what does that mean for you and me? Oh yeah, temperatures go back into the 40s. So when you wake up in the morning, temperatures well below 0 will greet you towards Ladysmith. Otherwise 2 in Eau Claire, 7 in Sparta, 10 in Viroqua, 11 in La Crosse, 8 in Decorah. We'll stay mostly cloudy until we get to about the overnight hours. The clouds will dwindle down. We'll be left with abundant sunshine for your Friday. Highs on Friday, there you go. Temperatures in the 20s and 30s, so we're kind of trending in the right direction just in time for the weekend. So the first warn forecast for tonight, we're going to go to 11 degrees. That feels like temperature is going to hover near 0. The clouds will decrease. The winds will be out of the north at around 10 to 15 miles per hour. We'll see that gust as high as 25 miles per hour. We'll go to 23 for your lunch hour. Upper 20s, low 30s will greet you for your afternoon to early evening hours. We'll see that wind start to shift as we get on the back end of that high pressure system. It'll be out of the south-southwest in the evening going into the overnight hours, and that paves the way for the weekend as we go to 42 on Saturday, 42 on Sunday. Then another front pushes its way through Sunday going into Monday. We'll drop the temperatures with highs barely, but above freezing Monday and Tuesday. We'll keep the precip chances in the forecast. Then we're going to go into the mid-20s, increase the snow chances Wednesday and Thursday. And then by Friday, we're only going to go to 23 degrees. Overnight lows Thursday night going into Friday will be in the single digits. Yet again, some places, especially in our northern zones, could see overnight lows again below 0.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
All right. Eric Dean with the weather forecast. Thank you so much. Still ahead, saving languages. Researchers are using animation software to preserve languages from extinction.
20th Annual Early Bird Home Show lowest prices of the year on 2023 projects. Only at the Ford Store Home Improvements, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse. Get started today.
If anybody asks me, like, why should I come work for Phillips? It's just more like a family. If you want to be a part of a family and a growing team, it's a place to be.
Phillips is hiring administrative assistant and sales consultants. Love what you do. Go to phillipsoutdoorservices.com for more information and to apply.
In the Northland, the future belongs to everyone. So we engineered the truck of the future for everyone. Ford F-150. Available with a Pro-Power onboard generator and a variety of cab configurations for whatever you need to haul. Because the truck of the future isn't created for just a few. It's for the Northland. Ford F-150. Drive one today. Now get 2.9% financing for 60 months, plus $3,500 in total savings on a Ford F-150 XLT. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
President's Day is a time to honor all presidents, past and present. And at King Furniture, we're giving you the opportunity to save some presidents with huge discounts throughout the entire store, up to 60% off.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
And right now, you can get 0% financing.
So save some presidents at King.
For the record, Franklin was not a president, but you can save him too. It's the President's Day sale going on right now at King Furniture.
Nice people.
Nice furniture.
Nice style.
Madison liberals are trying to take over the Wisconsin Supreme Court. That's why we need to elect conservative Justice Dan Kelly. Dan Kelly has a proven record of protecting our freedoms and cast the deciding vote to end the COVID lockdowns of our schools and businesses. Sheriffs across Wisconsin have endorsed Dan Kelly because he has a record of enforcing the law. On February 21st, vote conservative Justice Dan Kelly for Wisconsin Supreme Court. Fair Courts America paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising.
What makes Phillips unique to me is that I never come into work feeling like a number. Ben, Brianna, Tyler, everybody in the office, they really just make coming in every day enjoyable, and I think that's really important.
We're in Sin City for our American Idol exclusive and What Happens in Vegas.
I can officially say I don't remember.
Next, ET.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
An English philosopher once said, quote, "Knowledge of languages is the doorway to wisdom." Now, 800 years later, researchers in England are on a mission to save the world's languages from extinction. CBS's Tina Kraus has the story.
Was seen, heard, or otherwise.
The art of language is Dr. Alex Pillen's specialty. And these 3D creations are helping her bring it to life.
So currently in the world, we have about 7,000 languages. And of those, 2,400 are endangered.
Researchers at University College London are using animation software to recreate sounds, symbols, and word patterns to preserve languages under threat. Experts say 40% of the world's languages are at risk of disappearing forever in what's known as linguicide.
The model indicates the complexity of that language, the complexity of the grammar.
The program prints languages as 3D models. This web of words comes from the Amazonian language Tariana. Another captures a passage in Kurdish.
We are kind of trying to physically show the complexity about what we are about to lose, not just for marginalized communities across the world, but also for the history of humanity.
Creators hope by touching these 3D objects, people will feel the importance of what could be lost.
We can imagine a point in the future where we've worked with lots of different languages perhaps, and there's a sort of a taxonomy of these models that you can start making comparisons between them.
Giving researchers the last word.
There is a slight undulation
in the struggle to save languages. Tina Kraus, CBS News, London.
Those researchers say languages are vanishing quickly. Between 1950 and 2021, around 230 languages were completely wiped from human memory. Well, we will have a look at what's coming up at 6 when we come back, and Eric will be in for another check of your forecast.
I'm voting for Judge Janet Protasewicz for Supreme Court.
She believes in our freedom to make our own decisions when it comes to abortion.
Extremists want to ban abortion,
even in cases of rape and the health of the mother.
Judge Janet Protasewicz is the change Wisconsin needs.
Ashley's President's Day sale is here. Shop President's Day doorbusters. Reduced prices store-wide. Saturday through Monday, the first 25 guests will receive $100 Ashley cash and a chance to win $500 Ashley cash. Only at Ashley, Arcadia, Eau Claire, and Onalaska, and the Ashley Outlet in Arcadia.
I've practiced personal injury law for 4 years.
For 20 years.
For 32 years.
But I won't write your will.
I don't write contracts.
And I don't handle divorces.
The law profession is broad and complex. I focus my career on one thing.
Helping injured people.
All I do every day
is help injured people get the compensation that they deserve.
At Bygoff and Rohde, that's how we get results.
Toma Health offers comprehensive outpatient programs for patients managing cardiovascular diseases.
We offer cardiac rehab, supervised exercise therapy for patients with peripheral artery disease, and a clinical exercise program.
My name's Steve. I've been coming to Toma Health Cardiac Rehab for about 2 months. The fact that it is close to home, that's a big plus. The people here are great. I just can't say enough good about them.
Toma Health offers expert cardiac rehab close to home.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Spring Workwear event is going on now, featuring rugged, name-brand workwear and footwear at unbeatable prices. Right now, earn $25 in Carhartt bucks when you spend $125 on Carhartt gear. All work and sport boots are 40% off. Men's Rustler jeans are $17.99. Rewards members save an extra $1. And men's work and sport pocket tees, buy one, get one free. Plus, get Blaine's best price promise, the guaranteed lowest price, or we'll match it.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. At Ashley's President's Day mattress sale, save $1,000 on select mattresses. Plus, save hundreds on select adjustable mattress sets. Plus, get 0% interest for 60 months. Visit your local Ashley store in Arcadia, Eau Claire, and Onalaska, and the Ashley Outlet in Arcadia.
A former prosecutor, now circuit court judge, Janet Protasewicz. On the Supreme Court, she'll be a common sense judge. She believes in abortion rights, fairness for all, and protecting public safety. Janet Protasewicz for Supreme Court.
We've got a lot of news coming up. Black Americans are twice as likely to die from heart disease than white Americans. Tonight, we take a look at the possible solution that could help save lives. That's coming up on the CBS Evening News.
One final look at the next 8 days. If you're tired of this cold weather, well, we have tomorrow. Then we go back into the 40s Saturday and Sunday. Not a bad weekend at all. We will see a front push through for Monday. Now, that chance of snow Monday, that's going to be in the evening and overnight hours. For Tuesday, kind of the same story in the evening and overnight hours. Then we get into Wednesday and Thursday, snow chances really start to ramp up. Look at the highs, Ken, only in the 20s. And then by Friday, some places will see temperatures on the high end in the upper teens to low 20s.
So the end of February, or I guess mid to late February, reminding us that it is still February out there.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Eric. We'll see you at 6.